Hello and welcome to Time About the Movies Flashback. And it's been a couple of weeks, but we're back because last week there was one new release, and this week there's technically two new releases, but one of them is, I can only find a trailer for one of them, and the other one I hadn't seen. So I'm sorry for those of you who are waiting to hear my thoughts on the Hanoi Hilton, but that's not what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at the two films that were the top movies of March 31st, 1987, and April 7th, 1987. Is that even the right date? March 27th, 1987, and April 3rd, 1987. I apologize, but excuse me. But let's take a look at the. I'm already losing it right now. But let's go ahead and get to the first movie we have here from April 3rd, 1987, Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol.
Those talented graduates are back in Police Academy 4!
I want to welcome all of you to
Citizens on Patrol.
Citizens on Patrol.
The Police Academy has offered to train you citizens
You don't think I'm fast enough anymore, do you?
to better protect yourselves.
Do we get to pack heat?
Attention all cars, attention all cars.
Mahoney,
Joe, let's say that.
Jones, Hightower, Sweet Child, Zed, and Tackleberry.
Good idea.
From now on, by land,
You have the right to remain silent. Who's gonna save me?
by sea, or by air, there's no escaping justice.
Gentlemen, may I see your license and registration, please? I can blast them out of the sky, sir. Not yet. I should give them a warning shot first.
Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol.
Now be careful, because a 44 Magnum has quite a kick.
See it in your neighborhood while you still have one.
Or don't. Seriously, you have no reason to be watching a Police Academy movie because, as I've told you before, most of the Police Academy movies are so terrible, I consider it to be one of the worst movie franchises of all time. And even after the third film gave me some hope that maybe there was some life to this after all, because I did kind of enjoy the third film a little bit more than the other two movies. Nope. Nope. Not at all. A new batch of civilian volunteers join the new Citizens on Patrol program, but Captain Harris is determined to see it fail. The Boys in Blue are back for the fourth installment of the immensely popular Police Academy series, which has collectively earned over $238 million. Why? Why? But this time, our favorite crime busters face yet another major challenge where they attempt to train a group of oddball citizens to help control community crime, which leads to both disastrous and hilarious results. Or not. Or none of those things at all. But this is a disaster, though. Yeah, like I said, after the third film, the fourth film goes back to being what I hated most about these films. They keep getting worse and worse with every film in the series. It's just kind of like, what's the point? Like, I get it. They're cheap to make. They make a ton of money, but there was no reason to keep making these movies. At least with Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street, those sequels worked because there was something new and different in every single one. There's nothing new and different in these movies. It's the same thing over and over and over again, and it just keeps going. And it's just, really, there's not much more I can add to this. I wish I had more, but it's my same thoughts as the other movies. They're all horrible. Every single one of them is bad, except for the third one. Even then, that's not that great, but this just sucks. So let's go ahead and get to the week before this, which had a much better comedy that came out and is far, far superior than Police Academy 4. And that is, of course, Blake Edwards' Blind Date.
Less than 12 hours ago, this man had a good job and a promising future. Last night, he went on a blind date. Today, he's paying the price.
You'll have 2 phone calls.
It's me. Walter. Your brother, Walter. And I'm just calling to thank you for fixing me up with Nadia last night. This is gorgeous. Oh, you were right about not letting her drink. It was really cute how a little champagne brought out those charming quirks in her personality. You made quite an impression on my boss, too.
I'm fired.
Fired? But you know what really elevated the evening out of the realm of the ordinary? Having Nadia's psychotic ex-boyfriend as a chaperone.
You son of a...
And you know those dancing lessons we had to take in junior high, Teddy? Finally came in handy.
Dance! Moonwalk! I hate that!
In fact, my evening was so entertaining, so exhilarating, so stimulating, such an utterly unforgettable experience that if I weren't already behind bars, I'd be committing a murder right now! Yours!
Kim Basinger, Bruce Willis, Blind Date.
Anybody out there got 10 grand for bail?
Come on, people, help John McClane out, man. The guy's got alopecia. He's sick right now. Help the brother out here. Hell, if I had $10,000, I would give it to you right now if I could. But then again, I wasn't even born when this came out, so this whole thing wouldn't even matter to me. But anyway, this is Blake Edwards' Blind Date. Bruce Willis making his one of his early leading film debuts. It's actually the first of 2 films that he was in by Blake Edwards. The other being Sunset, which came out in '88, which was not quite as successful, but this is definitely the much better movie in general. You have Bruce Willis is a workaholic whose attention is all to his work and very little to his personal life or appearance. Now he needs a date to take to his company business dinner with a new important Japanese client. His brother, played by Phil Hartman, that's another reason why you should help the man out, because his brother's Phil Hartman. That's awesome. I wish my brother was Phil Hartman, but he sets him up on a date with his wife's cousin, played by Kim Basinger, who's new in town and wants to socialize, but he was warned that if she gets drunk, she loses control and becomes wild. How will the date turn out, especially when they encounter Nadia's ex-boyfriend, played by Night Court's John Larroquette? I mean, come on, man. This movie, the writing speaks for itself, man. The casting speaks for itself. This is a hilarious, wonderful movie, and this is a movie that shows that, this is just... Blake Edwards still has it, man. This is technically Bruce Willis' first leading role in the movie, and he knocks it out of the park, man. I mean, this is a great movie, man. Written by the guy who did My Cousin Vinny, Dale Launer, and this is one of his Blake Edwards' most underrated movies. It's a film that was not a big success critically when it came out, but it was a big box office success and showed that Bruce Willis had a bright future ahead of him, because, of course, a year later comes the big action star with Die Hard. I mean, his career was going forward on that point. It's just a fantastic, fantastic movie. Hilarious. It's a movie that's very much like an Adventures in Babysitting, taking over the course of one night with all these crazy misadventures going on here, and it just works, man. It just really, really works. It's a hilarious movie. Bruce Willis and Kim Basinger are great. John Larroquette's great. You got William Daniels from St. Elsewhere in here. As I mentioned, Phil Hartman, George Coe, George Van Patten, Armin Sherman, Brian George, Sab Shimono. Just great movie. Great film. And believe it or not, this thing could have been a whole lot different, because the movie was originally intended for it to be starring Madonna and Sean Penn, who were married at the time. And then, of course, that didn't work out. Their marriage quickly kind of faded into obscurity after that. But, hey, it worked out in the favor of this movie, because it got a whole lot better. It was a much more enjoyable movie than I think it would have been with Sean Penn and without Sean Penn and Madonna in there. Because did you see Shanghai Surprise? No, you didn't. So stop lying to yourself. But yeah, this is a terrific movie, man. I love it. Very, very underrated Blake Edwards film. One of his best movies, Blind Date. This is the movie you need to see. Don't waste your time on Police Academy 4. Blind Date's the one to see.